Colane.
So, minor action to use a healing potion?
Yep, minor action to take it out as well.
Right, minor action, Colane pulls out a healing potion. Minor action, Colane chugs it down.
You still had your second win.
No, wait. You have to
You're only gonna heal
like,
10
remove
points
the
for
stop.
that.
That's fine.
Oh, I thought I would use that on
second
Sorrow
one.
to bring her back into battle.
I've got more potions.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't worry. I bought some.
So that makes you spend a healing surge, but you only recover 10 hit points.
And then I charge the wolf. Standard action. And I'm marked, so...
It's not a mark.
Oh, it's not a mark?
No.
Okay. Oh. I rolled a total of 13!
Colane back up to 26 out of 45, but misses the wolf. The goblin recovers from his stun and moves to flank Colane with the wolf. Swing and a miss. Krand moves up to the duergar and grabs him by the elbow, tugging him away from the barkeep. He says, "I'm not giving you those keys until you subdue these intruders. And take prisoners. No killing." The duergar grumbles and stomps off very slowly, doesn't seem particularly motivated. An archer takes a shot at Colane, but Colane deflects the arrow with his shield. The other archer takes a shot and strikes Colane in the shoulder, 13 damage, dropping him to 13 hit points. Colane bloodied once again. Krand shrieks, "What are you doing? I said don't kill him!" The two hobgoblin archers, still in the room, exchange a glance. One shrugs his shoulders. Wrecked.
I just discovered that Rek does have a healing potion, so he's gonna pop it and give it to Sorrow.
Wow, so Sorrow could have been adding to the damage output for like 5 rounds.
Just to let you guys know, I need to leave, like, very soon, because I actually do need to get to the lab tomorrow morning at, like, 9. Actually, 8, probably. And by tomorrow, I mean this morning.
Alright, so Sorrow awakes with 10 hit points. Do you want to stay in the same square as her? Or do you drop her down in one of the squares?
I'll drop her down behind me, since I can tank a little bit instead of her.
Sorrow wakes up prone, not in the same place she was before. Does Rex do anything else? She probably minor action to set her down, minor action to pull it out, another action to feed it to her. I think you're done.
Yeah.
You can say stuff.
No. I won't.
That ends round 19. Round 20, Sorrow, hey.
Essentially, just use, like, the flame burst or whatever.
Yep, use that and kill Colane and Winter.
Yeah. She's gonna stand up. And she looks ahead, sees a wolf standing over Winter, looking nasty. And she's gonna cast, Ray of Frost on it. Unfortunately, she rolls an 11 versus Fortitude, which probably doesn't do diddly.
Indeed.
She curses.
The wolf turns about and takes a bite at Colane. But Colane dodges. The hobgoblin archer continues to keep his bow trained on Winter. That's right, just lie right there. Winter.
Winter just... Winter.
Yes, well done.
I got something in my throat. Winter... Ah! Yes.
Yes, what?
I'll
Yes,
be right
he's
back.
just gonna lie there.
Does he go into total defense?
He doesn't need to.
No, no,
Okay.
stay in
Got
total
the
defense.
D thing. That is over. Colane.
Why would you do that?
I don't know about total defense.
What do you mean you don't know about it? You've played this game before. Colane looks at the wolf and he looks at the duergar. Which one of them... Do either of them appear near death?
Neither appear to be in one strike range, but the duergar is more wounded.
Colane takes a swipe at the duergar. Actually, no. Well... No, you know what? Colane attacks the friggin' wolf. And that's a total of
Sitting on
19.
15 out of 45. Colane just manages to land a blow on the wolf. How much damage?
6 damage.
The wolf whimpers. Is Colane just gonna stand there?
Nope. He's gonna shift into the corner with his back against the wall.
Colane shifting into the corner so that he can no longer be flanked, and limiting the number of attackers that can strike him. The goblin warrior continues to try to hack at Colane with his battle axe, and this time lands a blow, 10 damage as he chops into Coltane's leg. Colane down to 3 hit points. Krand shouts, "What are you doing? I said take him alive! Everyone stop attacking him! Disengage, you blithering idiots!"
They're obviously not listening to you. Maybe you should attack them. Make an example of someone.
The goblin and duergar fall back at Krand's shouting, provoking no opportunity attacks. He shoots a sour glance at the barkeep, then turns to the archers. "Put those bows away!"
By the way, you might want to investigate the other room. It looked like there was a creature or something.
Duergar, grumbling, starts walking up the steps to the northern side of the balcony. "Where are you going?" The duergar just waves dismissively at Krand. "I'm done with a lot of you."
Are you gonna take that? You should send someone after him.
Krand grumbles. He spins about, seeing his archers starting to put away their bows, and says, "What are you doing? Shoot the dwarf!" The archers exchange a glance again, take out their bows, and open fire.
There's some serious tactical, yeah.
Would I be able to make a bluff check and tell the hobgoblin on the wolf that the archers are shooting at him?
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't hear the word dwarf at all.
You can definitely try to roll a bluff check to do that. One arrow whizzes by the duergar's head. The other archer repositions, then takes a shot, but also misses the duergar.
So sad. Looks like you'll have to do it yourself.
Wrecked is up.
Okay, so what do I see exactly? I see the wolf, he's definitely bloodied, and I see there's a goblin on top of him, right? Or hobgoblin?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you
see.
see.
Okay, so Rect is going to cast a sacred flame on the hobgoblin. Would he have like some kind of cover bonus from the wolf or not?
No.
Yeah. I'll do that. Actually, let me think. Just a sec. Yeah, I'll do that. Deal some damage on that guy. Against the hobgoblin archer 26 there. And Rect rolls a 17 versus reflex, dealing 6 points of radiant damage if it hits.
Wrecked sears the archer.
Alright, and I will give Wintier, since I do see him, temporary hit points equal to charisma plus half of my level, so 4 points in charisma.
And plus half your level, what level are you? 4?
3, never mind. So it rounds down, right? Everything always rounds down.
Yep.
So 3
Total of
points
5.
of What?
Wait, you said 4 points of charisma.
No, it's 3. It's 3 total. I have 15 charisma, so it's plus 2 mod. So 3 points of temporary hit point.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Wintier sitting on a virtual 14 out of 35. As round 20 ends, round 21, where are we? We got Wintier bloodied, Colane bloodied, Sorrow bloodied, but back in the battle. And wrecked at beyond max. We've got the Wolf bloodied, we've got the Duergar bloodied and being attacked. And who else do we have? The Warcaster's down, one of the Duergar are down. Who's missing? No, I guess that's everyone. Then Chief Krand and the 3 archers are not bloodied, neither is the goblin warrior. Lots of hit point damage being spread around across all these targets. Sorrow's up.
Sorrow blast the wolf with another ray of frost. That's a total of 22 versus fortitude for 9 damage, and it's slowed. Does it still have the seal on it? That's like
The what?
expired, isn't it?
No, nothing has the astral seal on it right now.
Sorrow fires a ray of frost at the wolf, striking it, freezing its fur.
But she's unable to do much else, so that's it.
The wolf looks like it wants to go down the corridor, but can't fit into the 5-foot passage, so instead tries to bite at Colane from around the corner. But bites into the corner. And is
Hey,
dazed.
Krand. Your wolf is out of control.
Oh, did it fumble?
It fumbled, yes. The archer takes a shot at Wrecked. The mounted archer, obviously. And strikes for 7 damage. Wrecked still sitting on 2 temporary hit points, so still beyond max. Wintier.
What does it cost to get up from prone?
Move. Oh, it's true, now that the wolf has fumbled again. If you move away, you won't provoke any opportunity attacks.
He doesn't even have to move, does he?
Well, if he doesn't want to get hit again.
You could shoot it
And
it might
the archer shot at wrecked, right?
The archer shot
Yeah,
at Wrecked,
shot at
yes.
me.
So
No,
it doesn't
has
have
a
that
bow
ready to...
arrow at the ready. Yep, that's correct.
Well, in that case, Winter's gonna stand up and go into the room behind him.
Wintier cleverly moving into the doorway so that the wolf can't get to him. Colane still sitting on 3 out of 45 hit points.
Okay, wolf fumbled. It's also behind cover, technically, if I tried to attack it.
From where you're standing, yes.
Is that superior cover or basic cover?
Regular cover.
So, combat advantage and cover would cancel each other out?
Yes.
Alright. First thing Colane tries to do is stab the wolf. Alright. Critical hit. 18 damage.
Colane plunges his vicious short sword into the wolf's belly, drags a line through its extent, and entrails spill out as the wolf collapses.
Does that affect the rider in any way?
And the rider falls on his butt, prone.
But
Colane then moves. Can I walk over the archer?
Because he's prone, yes.
Colane steps over the archer, and oh, he actually can't do much. And he steps over the archer, heroically.
Brave, brave Sir Colane.
Don't leave me!
You hear the goblin call out, "I'll get him, boss!" Colane can see the goblin chase after the duergar, but the duergar parries the axe. Krand calls out, "You lot deal with the duergar, I'll handle the human." Krand tries to spear Colane from around the corner, and succeeds at ramming the butt of his spear into Colane, 7 damage, knocking Colane out. Colane does not take the 7 damage. Well, he takes the damage, but he's not brought into the negatives because this is a knockout hit. Colane collapses unconscious. You hear running in the other room, and Sorrow can now hear running behind her. From behind her, Sorrow can hear the thwang of a bow, and then a body drop to the ground. Wrecked.
Well, this sucks. I take it that I cannot give Colane a saving throw to become conscious again, right?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, not a saving throw. You'd have to give him some kind of healing.
If I were to give him temporary hit points, would that work?
No.
Okay then. I don't know. Should I deal with the goblin that's currently on his ass?
Whatever you want.
Alright,
Plus
I'll
2
use
to
another
bonus to all defenses against ranged attacks from non-adjacent enemies. For being prone.
That's true. Wait, is that a +2 AC bonus or a +2 defense bonus to everything?
All defenses.
Pretty sure he said all defenses.
Oh, crap. What the hell. I'll still use a Sacred Flame on him. Roll a 24 versus Reflex for 9 points of radiant damage. And
Right,
I'll give
use the
Sorrow.
hobgoblin again.
I'll give Sorrow the 3 temporary hit points.
That brings Sorrow to a virtual 13 out of 38. Round 22. Winter's bloodied, Sorrow's bloodied, Wrecked is at beyond 100%. But Colane is unconscious. Does anyone have a potion for brave, brave Sir Colane? Sorrow's up.
Sorrow's gonna cast Scorching Burst. She doesn't have a potion. At least I don't think so. I checked through his inventory. Scorching Burst centered over the large death token. Yes.
So the
So that
frozen
should-
corpse will be targeted as well as the 2 hobgoblins. So
Should
1,
I?
2.
Yes. Does the goblin get a defense for being prone against the burst attack?
I doubt it.
Okay, so just 2 regular attacks. Alright, so first attack, 25 versus reflex, second attack, 20 versus reflex for 7 damage. It's the minimum damage she could have done.
Both targets are struck, the hobgoblin is bloodied, and the wolf is now cooked. So you can have a nice feast after this battle. The archer rises, then takes a shot at Wrecked. Misses. Winter.
I've got a good idea.
Colane's not... I don't know, should I be running away or should I be fighting?
You'll never live it up to Colane if you run this one away. Run away from this one.
It's okay, Coltane's unconscious, he doesn't know what's going on.
He can tell
Doug is
He
momentarily
wants to run
away.
He wants Winter to run away to the northwest.
Alright, so while Doug is momentarily away, Nick will control Winter.
Alright. So Winter... Actually, what's his speed? That was 4. 7. So that's one move, minor action. Winter opens the
Stairs.
door.
Difficult terrain.
Alright, so 2 moves then, and he opens the door.
Winter retreating.